What's going on, everyone? So welcome to the channel. I know lately I've been posting a lot of shorts. I haven't really had a chance to get a good video in, a nice little explanation video. I've just been kind of filling the channel with some cool shorts of the tanks here in the house, but I definitely wanted to give you guys a breakdown of the new 200-gallon system. We've got a 160 gallons up here on the display, and then about 45 gallons in the sump down below. This was an absolute steal of a deal. I found this online, and the person that had it before was just ready to get rid of it and downgrade. So I said, why not? And snagged it. Definitely excited about this system, and looking forward to seeing what we can turn it into. But let's dive into just the system itself, kind of what we've got going on with it, and everything that's kind of involved in the system itself. So up at the top, we've got a T5 light system with a couple LED bars on it, and I've got it hanging on, it's a little DIY thing that I kind of came up with. I didn't really want to hang it from the ceiling or the wall. It's a big light, so I didn't really want to, like I said, do anything to the wall that way. So I decided to go to Home Depot and buy these metal bars. I was able to luckily get the right sizes there, so I didn't have to cut anything. It was really just plug and play, but I think it turned out great. I was able to paint the light. We got the light painted, and to match the stand. When I originally got the stand, it was brown. Didn't really like it too much. I didn't think it fit the home very well, so I was able to find a cool off like matte black to be able to paint it, and I think it turned out awesome. The system itself looks amazing. But inside the tank, I've got two Jaybo power heads. I've got one right up here in the front that is obviously pushing water around the front of the system, the top, breaking the water surface, giving it that cool ocean vibe. And then I've got this one right here that is pushing water through the back, just kind of helps circulating everything, in conjunction with the top power head right there. So everything kind of circulates real well and filters out real nice. Here we've got a tide line sump. This thing is awesome. It's massive. Like I said, it's about 45 gallons of water down here, which, like I said, brings the system to about 200 gallons total. I've got a 75 here at the home, and I've also got a small little 15. So this was a massive upgrade as far as systems go. We have two 7-inch filter socks right here in this first chamber. And then we've got a gallon of bio balls. Definitely going to be getting some more of these things here, just to make sure that we've got enough surface area in the tank to hold all of the good bacteria. I've got a small little heater right there. That's definitely due for some upgrading. It was just the only one I had at the moment to kind of get things rolling. But it is a 200-watt titanium tank, or titanium heater. And like I said, I'm going to upgrade that one to the 300, make sure that this water isn't running chilly. Right now, I believe it's running at, you can't really see it right there, but it's running at about 78 to 80. I would like it to be resting at about 80. And that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's kind of like what I like to keep my tanks running at, and everything seems to be doing great right there. This skimmer here is massive. It came with the tank. This thing is a beast. As you can tell, it's off right now. I do have it shut off just because we're kind of in mid-cycle. But once the cycle is complete, then I'll turn that thing back, or turn the skimmer on, get that thing working and rolling and pulling out all the waste and stuff. But like I said, as of right now, there's really nothing in the tank as far as fish go and waste to really even have that thing on right now, but definitely excited to get that going. And then over here, In this side, we've got our our mechanical filtration chamber right here. I've just got some black sponges in there for now. I definitely am probably going to put some filter floss in there to kind of help just pull out anything that finds its way through the rest of the chambers. And then I've got a massive Jabo return pump with its controller right there. I've got it running at about 65% right now rather than 100, and that seems to be sufficient enough for this tank, but we will see as time goes on. But like I said, I'm kind of in mid-cycle. I'm to the point now where all of my ammonia is gone. Our nitrites and nitrates are still up just a little bit, but you know, that's all to be expected in this stage of the cycling process. I did decide to use the Fritz Turbo Start 900. I've got a lot of recommendations for that, so I decided to go with that. Never used that specific product before, but I think it's been doing awesome so far. So we will see how quickly we can get this thing up and running. As you can see right now, I do have some small little damsels in there, little white guys right here, if you can see them. They are in there just to kind of help the cycle process, but definitely expect to be throwing some showstopper fish in here. If you guys have any recommendations for those types of fish, some cool fish you'd like to see in this big tank, definitely drop a comment and I'll see what I can do about getting my hands on them and throwing them in the tank. As far as corals go, I think I'm really going to have this as like an LPS, soft coral dominant tank. If I can get away with throwing some SPS corals in here, I definitely will. But I absolutely love soft corals. I love the way that they move in the tank. You know, you've got a good chunk of the hobby. You know, a lot of the guys out there keep the SPS tanks, you know, SPS dominant tanks. Me, on the other hand, like I said, I love the way that soft corals flow in the water, the way they look, the colors in them. I mean, SPS has some good colors in them as well, but definitely expect to see this tank filled with soft corals, things like anemones, mushrooms, leathers, things like that. But really excited to kind of see what I can throw in this tank and see what I can do with it. Like I said, if you guys have any recommendations on corals, on fish, things you'd like to see in this tank, please let me know. Drop it in the comments, and yeah, we'll see what we can do with it. But again, this is the 200-gallon system. It's 160 display, 45 down at the bottom in the sump. Super excited to get this thing rolling, but definitely wanted to take some time today to break this down for you guys and kind of see what we're working with, and get you guys involved in potentially helping me get some good stuff in here. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys soon.